Hello everyone, No Respawns here. Hope you're doing well, having a grand week, and all that jazz. So, this is Crying Suns, which is a very cool game. As you can see, it looks amazing. Anyway, it's got a glorious art style, which is what immediately made me go, ooh, this looks cool. And the premise, the format of this game is it's quite similar-ish to FTL, if you've played it. So this is a strategic roguelike. And the whole in the ways that it's similar to FTL, if you've played it. If not, then I'll just explain. But effectively, you're going through a journey. You're being pursued by forces, so you can't backtrack or stay in one area too long. Or you can, but you have to keep going forward. And ending with a boss fight. Also, it's obviously a sci-fi setting as well, and you're commanding a ship. It is similar-ish to FTL in that way. However, the whole way it plays is completely different, or quite very different. So I wouldn't say it's not an FTL clone at all. If you looked at FTL and this, and you'd say they look completely different. This one seems to me, have a bit more of an involved story. I would say, and a bit more of a developed backstory, which is quite cool. Also, I really love the art style. It's so grand. So it's developed by a small indie studio from the south of France. Apparently, I did a quick creep of them called Alt Shift. I believe this might be their first game. If it isn't their first game, it's their first big-ish game they've done. They don't have any other games on Steam, put it that way. And it's published by Humble Bundle, who I'm sure that most of you are aware of. It's already out, so it's been out for a few days. This is just the first chance I've had to make a video on it. And it's available on PC and Mac as well, so if you're on PC or Mac, you can pick it up. It's only about 20 quid as well, so it's I would say, it's a premium indie game, but it's still something that I would recommend picking up if it's within your budget. So what I'm going to do is, rather than, so I can skip the intro part, what I can do is I can continue my game and then restart. That way I don't have to show you, you don't get too much of the exposition, and that doesn't spoil the setting too much for you. I will say one thing I like about the setting in this a lot is, if you've ever read the Ian Banks novels, this feels very much like a culture novel, and I would be incredibly surprised if that wasn't a huge influence on this setting. And for those who read those books, they're quite cool, quite intense, but this, just for me, just was like, oh wow, culture, cool. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is just continue game. If I do new game, I go for the intro again, which is cool. It's a cool intro. However, I don't want to, because I want to jump straight into the action. So now I'm just going to restart, so I can just restart it. It just seems to be, the way it works. New game, or you just restart your current game. It's also useful because I can show you how you'll progress if you want to restart it, which is a lot of the point. So I haven't obviously played barely much. I've played for a couple of hours, so I got halfway through the first chapter and was like, right, I'm going to restart now because I want to show you stuff. But effectively, you unlock other ships and you get upgrade levels, so you get better versions of everything. I don't think I can even, and then I get auxiliary systems, so each ship has their own different stuff. I think the bigger ships obviously unlock all of these, so they have basically more toys to play with. And you get to choose your officers. You have weapons. It's self-explanatory if you take some time. So, for example, looking at the weapons, and I'll show a bit more during a combat, but as you can see with this Piercer Laser Mark 1, you see where the red dot is, that's the area it can target. There are ones which have a wider area, and then the weapons and the squadrons are pretty self-explanatory. Each one counters another type, like Pokemon, right? Yeah, red, there's grass, fire, and water, that kind of thing. Officers are quite important, so you can assign them to slots. So there are 3 main slots: hull, squadrons, and weapons. So ideally you want, one of each, initially one of 2 different separate types. They also have separate skills, which are, I think, more as only encounter them in expeditions. So it's quite important to have some which can do more, should we say, cognitive skills, and some that can do more combat skills. I'm going to take Tamar, as she was very, very useful in expeditions, and also, actually, maybe I'll take, I'm looking at the things, actually. Weapons reload time. I was tempted by, last time I actually took, I wasn't paying attention and took 2 of these ones, so I'm thinking persuasion, discretion. Let's do Yuto. And I guess we'll use Tamar because she was just so handy. And then I've got someone for squadron something. And you also unlock loads of different officers as well, which is quite cool. Right. And the reach the second sector to change the officer clone badge. You can play the game yourself if you understand the cloning thing, and you can obviously change the difficulty as well. So let's begin. It looks gorgeous. The art style, the way they've done the art style, it's pixelated, but it's it almost looks 3D half the time, which is quite grand. So effectively, so this is the number of jumps. So effectively, I kind of, if I start, you'll see it. Follow me. This kind of everything will start turning red. If I leave that too long, or if I start from, for example, backtracking, I'll end up getting into more fights and to the point where it'll get really difficult. But effectively, I'm trying to get here. Now, it's one of those things you can kind of plan your route. So if I mouse over this, you see the stop there. I can cost 1 neon N to reach, which is my fuel. And I've got my scrap, and I've got my commandos. But this is what we use to travel. And you can see what's there. So there's a trading beacon, there's an anomaly, I can never say that word, and ground signal. So that means I can do an expedition for the ground signal. An anomaly could be anything, and a trading beacon means I can buy stuff. There's an army depots. I'm probably going to go there. But also you can plan your route, for example. I'm actually probably going to do this route here. The reason I'm going to do that route here is because it's got the 5, which means there are 5 things to do there, which is great. And also there's a trading beacon in each system, which means I won't run out of neon N fuel. Because often, so the main resources are the fuel, the scrap, which is your currency, and your commandos. Now, the fuel is most used for jumping between systems. However, if you've played a game like this, you'll know you'll get events where you can trade fuel for things. So you might only cost like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I'll actually, in fact, maybe spend 5 by the time I get here. You know my point? So it's important to kind of factor that in. Scrap is used for everything from buying stuff in events and in trading stations. And the commandos are mainly used for kind of mostly the ground signals. See those? So I can launch expeditions, which you'll see. But then also in events as well. So you want to kind of keep them up. So I'm going to go... Actually, that's a really, really good one. There's lots of dialogue in, as you'll see in a sec. There's quite a developed lore as well. Oh, the god machines. Lovely. Alright, Linus. Okay, I can show the combat straight away, which is grand. Often there is a little bit more dialogue. If we just go straight into combat, often they'll say stuff. So basically, I've got it paused, which is great. So we're in tactical mode. So I can see what they're going to do. So this is going to launch. So that's the ship. And you have to have this battle map, and then you move your units across it. I'm gonna... Which one did I get? My officers... Squadrons, wasn't it? So I've got here... Boop, there we go. So I'm going to assign that. You don't have to assign someone there, but I'm going to assign him there. I'm assuming he can possibly get hurt as well, if he's assigned there, but he just gives them a bit of a bigger zone. So they're going to launch frigates, so they get a massive bonus versus fighters. Now I've got fighters, however, I've got drones. And... I'm going to, and that's all I have. So, and we've got this as well. And I'm gonna put her there, because that's what she's useful for. Cool. Right, so in that case, I'm gonna put the drones in front. And I'm gonna put the fighters behind. A bit more. And that way the drones can engage the enemies first, and then the fighters can whiz round. That's me plan. So let's see how well that plan works. It's quite straightforward, you know, it's kind of effectively just countering. Oh, they're damaged as well, which is nice. Cool. Okay, well, you're going down there. I can hold control, which is what I'm gonna... Come here, you dick. Cool. So I'm gonna get the drones to deal with that, and then they're gonna whiz by, and then take out the squadrons, because the squadrons are mostly... Right, there we go. Ooh, wrong button. I want to take that out before they come back. There we go. Also, don't forget, I kept doing this when I first playing. You've got to pay attention to when things are recharging, because this is my weapon. I have to manually shoot it. I'm going to destroy the squadrons just to make sure they actually... You know what? I'm probably going to be fine. So I'm going to shoot their weapons out. I've pretty much owned this completely. Yeah, we're good. It's pretty... Obviously, the fights get a lot harder. You know, they launch way more ships. You end up getting overwhelmed. So it's I mean, I'll probably die during this video. But anyway, so that was combat, a very, very simple one. It was the first one we did, which is quite cool. So most systems get the ability to scavenge. Oh, wow. Okay, that's awesome. Scavenge fuel. You get a completely random amount. I seem to have a thing. I can upgrade my ship as well, which is quite cool. I'll leave that for a sec. I want to save my scrap. Okay, because there might be stuff in there. So I'm gonna... Let's do the station first, because they might have an auxiliary system that maybe gives me some boosts. There's also a ship here. So the dialogue's quite cool. It's quite straightforward. So basically, I get like a chance to... so basically, this one is, as I said, that ship's been damaged by mines, I think. I wasn't really paying attention because I was talking to you guys. And I get a chance, okay, do I want to try and recover the scrap from the ship? Or do I want to not risk it and move on? Because I've only just started, screw it, let's try it. Alright, so let's see. You get a negative or a positive outcome. Oh, okay, I got lucky. Someone says a nice bump. That's not bad bump. So, I've got visit shop, so I'm in a star system now. I quite liked that cruiser. I had one of those last time. You can do the weapons as well. 1 second. So there you go. Tesla field generator. No damage in battlefield. Damage over the time, 8 seconds. Damage 5 DPS. So basically, I can, for example, get a Tesla field generator. Plop that down. And then I do a nice little area effect damage, which I can use to, I'm assuming, lock off an area. So what I'm going to do. Do I have another one? I'm going to upgrade. Can I give myself an additional weapon duck? Weapon system support. So, yeah, okay, cool. I can't afford one yet. That was stupid. So I'm going to come back now. But I've got another weapon system. So I'm going to come back here in a second after I finish exploring the system. Hopefully, I should get... there's a planet here and I can scavenge some stuff there. I'm trying to be clever. Got R&D for you, sir. So you usually get a kind of an encounter like this. A bit of dialogue. It's quite straightforward. And they're all randomized as well. I haven't encountered the same one as well. Oh, sweet. I mean, I could get a new weapon as I've already just unlocked the slot. Yeah, why not? Give it. Do it! What do we get? What do we get? I mean, that's quite cool, actually. I was going to spend 100 scrap on the other one. Okay. Hull breaker laser. So, okay, so basically that's just... It's twice as powerful as the weapon I used. What I would really like, if I can... Because you can buy and, I'm assuming, recruit officers. If I can get one that makes those charge quicker, I can use them, for example, sniping their weapons bays or even their squadron bays would be really good. But anyway, let's prepare a mission for this. So, it's quite cool how it works, very straightforward. You'll scan the planet. And you'll get... There's a secret military base. And you get to select an officer. So, ooh. Okay. There we go. So basically, each officer will have a chance to be, depending how good they are. Right, so let me explain this in the start. So effectively, from what I can gather, each type of base has a chance to give you certain rewards. So this is a secret military base. You'll get a point halfway between the expedition where you get to select for them to return. But you don't have any of the control afterwards. And the encounters they will affect will be dependent on the skills that they have. I'll just show you. So I'm gonna I'm going to use this one because I'd rather be her be injured and not lose all of my... Oh, I'm not going to get my resources. Screw it, you know what? Let's do this one. No, I'm not. I'm going to use this one. I'm gonna go for a bit more of a conservative one, I think. It's on a Lork expedition, so I should lose less soldiers, but she might get injured. It's annoying. Last time when I was using her, she was really good. So you get all these soldiers. So basically, every time you meet a certain thing, you'll get a type of encounter. So she's demolition, she passed that one, but she couldn't hack the other. Again, right? Now she's a bit more of a no-nonsense, so she should be safe for most of the attacks. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, fuck. Okay. Cool. And I got some resources as well. So I lost my first soldier. Right, so this is the point where I can go, okay, I can leave now if this isn't going too well. However, fuck that. Oh, no, it was right at the start. Fair enough. So annoyingly... I have actually got I don't randomizes, but basically you have to match the two skills. Now, often you'll get nothing, which that was a very, very unsuccessful mission. One time I did it. Oh, there's another one. Oh, okay. I thought it ended. Usually it ends with the base. Oh wait, no, it's the extraction point afterwards, isn't it? So I didn't get very much for that one at all, which is a bit lame. And one of my dudes got killed. Rip. I did get a little bit of stuff though. I can buy another one. To be fair, they're only. That's a bit callous, but I can. And yeah, for example, I did one where we did the artifact and I got new ships, which was quite cool. And going down, you can probably get in cooler stuff. So let's just go here. We're pretty fine. It does take thingy per jump, so it's something to bear in mind. The scrappers are about the bad guys, basically, in case you're curious. And the captain's like one of your, like, your CAG, Starbuck, basically. So there was absolutely sweet FA there. So what I'm going to do is... Probably shouldn't do that because I've already got 2 neon fruit already. I'm just going to buy a load of neon fruit now I go. Should have probably bought that before I go. And oh, fuck it, why not? Why not? Alright, okay, now we're going to jump. Nope, I'm going to do star map. So my plan was to go down this way. I should probably visit the green. Right, see, watch this. This is now, it's coming behind me. So effectively, if I'm in a system, or I jump into a system that's been occupied. Oh, that's a big, scary-ass ship. So this is quite interesting. I can be a bit more callous if I want. You better get, you know, RP. I'm actually gonna be a bit of an asshole. Ambush it. Oh, nice. So I've never done an ambush before, which is quite cool. The ships look amazing. Alright, okay. So I've got drones. So basically all of my stuff is ready. I'm going to murder them. So... drones, right, 1 second. Frigates. Yeah, cool. So I'll just... and I might just use the drones, actually. Okay, and I'm gonna... How much damage? Does it actually say... I always wonder how much health... We'll find out. Let's snipe this with that. And then we'll take out that weapon. Oh, did you see that? Gorgeous. Right. I keep thinking it's right click to cancel a movement. And I'm gonna go there. Beautiful. Oh, Jesus. I think I can... Keeping on my guns. Yeah, should be fine. So these are EMP towers. I think they're basically not actually much of a threat. Yeah, he's got him anyway. I'm going to shoot one up. Just because they suck. Oh, fair enough. Well, I still hit it. Bosh. You can make that better as well. So these cubes are in every area, and they're explained if you do the intro part, and you get to scavenge them each time. And you can make it better. That was quite a good ambush. Good work. Okay, so I've got 4. 1, 2, 3. I'll just do them from the top. Yeah, I'll do them from the top. Yeah, propaganda. It's very cool. I'm getting like I do feel like I'm, Adama in Battlestar. This puts me in a very Battlestar Galactica mood, which is grand. Anything good? Oh. Okay, so Omnis are like this little dude at the bottom there, and without going into too much, they're quite integral to the story. Oh. Right, okay, so it's not bad. Bit of scrap, which is nice. And my person didn't get hurt, which is good. So, abandoned auto factory. Jesus Christ. I need a different officer. 3 and... Oh, damn it, I need a better one. I should, it might be prudent to maybe consider... I mean, worst case, this won't be launch expeditions, but I guess for the start, we kind of want to get as much advantage as possible. But again, it's one of those games, if you've ever played FTL, there are times where maybe you... Oh, sweet. Maybe you don't necessarily... Ooh. Fuck. When you don't necessarily have to, do this stuff. Do I get something? Ah. What a complete knob. I might actually... Yeah, see, I'm going to retreat. Rather than, I'm going to leave the loot. Screw it. Right. Fair dues. That wasn't successful. Again, it's one of those games that you kind of almost, you can't always make the, what you consider that you have to sometimes think about, realistically what you need to do. Which I really, really like. I want to appear as the altruistic person as much as possible, but sometimes pragmatism. Oh, nice. Ooh! Ooh, that's good. That's good. What did I get? Okay. Oh wow, you have loads. I can also sell stuff as well. New officers. Stealth engines. Oh, wow. That's stupendously OP. Yes. I'm gonna have to... I've only got like a little bit of money left now. I might actually, you know what I might do? I'm gonna jump out of this system. I'm just gonna do that. And let's see what else was there. 'Cause I've got 3, right? No. I'm actually gonna not jump, and I'm just gonna continue on. Rather than spending the 2 Neo N fuel. And instead I'm gonna go here. Yeah, here? Yeah, here. See, that thing's kind of following up. So technically, I think you can basically backtrack once if you really need to. That's what I did in my last one. And I was able to still keep ahead of it. But what thing I've learned is I want to kind of backtrack only when I need to, not just because I think I might find something useful. That's... go help them out. Oh, fuck. Well, that's just the way it is. And I'm down 4 soldiers. Commandos, rather. Ah. Oh well. Nice. Fine. Right, well, so I got here. Oh, there we go. I can buy some more. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Oh, wait. No, I have no fucking scrap, do I? Ah, ball bag. I don't have any scraps, so sorry, guys. Oh, guys. Yeah, I actually have no... I'm about to sell some stuff, actually. Ah, there are things as well. So this is going to happen a lot. I think... I'm wondering if the... So she would be handy. Oh, that's really good. Right, well, let's do the last one then, I guess. I quite like this. I like the fact that, you know, sometimes you're like, "Ja!" Because it makes you kind of, you know, like, it's a completely different interaction each time, which is absolutely grand. And I spent all the money, though. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright. It's funny, my last game I had like 300 scrap without realising. I just kept getting scrap, it was awesome. That's my Caliban. I don't think I want it. I don't have enough. Nah. Cool. Right, well, that's a bit lame. I have no scrap, so I'm in a bit of a bind. And it's good that I'm showing you the bind. Clarity, the army depot. Screw it, let's just beeline it to this. Let's see if we can get into the, I haven't seen the end combat at all, by the way, so we're about to find out. Fuck it, fine. As long as it's on my direction. Ah, don't trust anyone. Well. Ah. Fuck's sake. Well, what have we learned, everyone? Yeah, don't trust anyone. Everyone's a dick. Right, I'm going to do this army wreckage. So, I mean, I have just enough to do an expedition, but it'll have to be, like, the safest one ever. I don't have to do that. I'm not going to bother asking about it. I don't have any money, do I, lads? There's literally no point. I'm just continue on. Right, screw it. Let's just see what's here then. So basically, that was probably the most unlucky one ever. Now, I could possibly risk backtracking, but then by the time I get here, that will have arrived there. So we're just going to have to see what's gone through. We've got, like, 0 commanders left, but we've got a lot of good guns. So hopefully, maybe this will, okay. So Mother is the big baddie, but well, the big baddie in this sector. She's like the leader of these weird mutants. Okay, so this should be a tougher battle. Yeah, see, they've got 2 of them. Flat cannons, that's big shotgun. Critical repair speed. Right, so I think I'm gonna... Okay, so they've just got drones. So if I do fighters... Ah, no. Do I have any fighters? You know, I'll just have my drones again. And then what I'm gonna do is the second it's ready... 25. I might actually... 40. I can snipe it. Okay. Cool, right. So got these drones here. I'm gonna go here. So which direction are they going? Ah, they're quite damaged already, which is quite great. Okay. Right, so I kind of wanna use them to take out their weapons. And the second these are done, I'm gonna try and shoot these down. And I want you to go... Oh, good, you are going there, good. So it should be... Yeah, I've nearly destroyed their gun. Because that looks like it's... Ah, there we go. And then that... Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that. Cool. So, I'm just gonna shoot that, actually, mate. Get fucked, son. There we go. Right, now you guys... Their weapons are offline. I'm doing reasonably well, I think. Whee! Is that gonna blow up and hurt me? Oh no, it's got like another... Ew. Guess we'll get back, son. Oh, it's got like another thing there. Right, I want to take the squadrons out then. Oh, shit me, son. Damn, Daniel. That thing just fucked us up. There we go, damage first, so I guess it's fine. Should do. That is a vicious weapon, though. Oh, we're gonna get... Oh, wait. Stupid. There we go, right. Let's take their weapon out, please. Oh, that's not mine, that's theirs. Oh, no. Ah, that's going to do extra damage to my thing. So this is interesting, like... hopefully I can at least... Doing damage. I don't think I have any more left. Oh, wait, no, these guys. I'll pull back a bit. My guns are nearly sorted. I think I should be able to be fine. Right, that weapon is vicious. Yeah, fucking vicious, mate. So I think these, like, regenerate of certain... It's quite interesting, like, because this is the, damage versus drones. Okay, cool. I'm going to take the, there we go. Okay. So, wow, got loads of scrap. And to be honest, they wreck, so I can actually repair them. So, to be honest, my main issue with this one was that I ran out of scrap really early on, so I couldn't buy a lot of resources. So, in hindsight, I maybe shouldn't have bought that weapon. I don't know. I've got border shops, though, so I can kind of... I thought that robot was something on my screen then. So first thing I'm going to do is buy all my commandos again, which is good. And it's almost very smart to... As I can repair all my stuff as well. So to be honest, actually... I can just... Yeah, right, okay. All my stuff's full health. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to go through the portal. We'll see what happens. So I'm already now in Sector 2. So yeah, as you can see, it's quite a straightforward one. You get different kind of encounters. I love games like this a lot. And it's... Everything's really, really different. And you can kind of weigh things into your favour, but you can't necessarily make it completely reliable for you to do well. So, like, I might not even get to the exit of this system. I don't actually know how, to be frank, I don't know how many systems there are. I'm pretty sure, I think... There are 5, and there are like 3 bits of them, because I remember correctly with the ships that you unlock. So I'm reasonably sure there are, what would be 15, effectively, which seems about right. So there's quite a lot in there, and obviously there's loads of story, which you may notice I've been trying to not necessarily spoil for you, and just show you the game. That's quite fun, actually. I quite enjoyed that. I was expecting to get absolutely destroyed, which I did all right. Anyway, I'm going to leave that one there because I don't want to spoil anything too much for you. I want you to kind of experience it yourself. I highly recommend it. I'll put a link in the description to the store page. Definitely recommend it if you like FTL or any kind of strategic roguelike, and also if you just want to pretend, you know, you're the Battlestar just charging through space, escaping the Cylons. You can do that too. The next video will be the Fallout Wasteland miniature painting video. That was going to be earlier, but I think I need a week to paint them up, and I've got Friday booked off work, and Monday, but Friday, so I can do the painting then. So that should hopefully be up on Friday. And as well as I've got the last of a Remnant videos, and at some point soon I'll squeeze another Fallout 76 video. But until that point, you guys, as always, enjoy the rest of your week, and I will speak to you absolutely fantastic bunch soon. You take care.